Thank you so much for joining us today. I know it's pretty early in the morning there still, and here in South Africa, we're coming up to sunset. So I'm just going to light a candle for us here, just to acknowledge spirit. And then, Izaias, if you would like to open with any prayer, then please feel free to go ahead with that before we start the chat.
Yay. Greetings, everybody. Thank you, Fran, for opening this chat and opening this live. On this beautiful day in the Mayan calendar, we are on the day of Oshe Kat, which is 3 Kat. 3 is the number for the action, and Kat is the energy of the spider web. It is the energy of the fire, energy of the inner fire, responsibility, the traps, the illusions, and all that things that we have outside that traps us. So this is the day to take a good advantage of this time to check things that what has been trapping us, has been holding us, giving us illusion, and what we need to just clean it out a little bit from our ancestor science, family, and society. So I have here with me my cacao, as I always pray with cacao, and I have it here to bless a beautiful day. Nimalakkush ka, nimalakkush uchuleo, tikun elawashan el kisanishin ka. Laqlaq laqlaq saqil, maltiyosh kirkush kakush, uchuleo chikaslima. Maltiyosh kikil el khach milal nimlaqin nimla saqil, maltiyosh nimlaqaw chikaslimal. Ogosh nimlaqaw kinami arabul kwal. Ndi chichihun kaybal. Chen laqlaq laqlaq saqil. Nimlaqaw gosh kinami arabul kwal yikayin, yetsumun qshin nimlaqaw. كان بيك وران لخا وشيكات لقلق لقلق سقيت لما قين مول شيك نقلق كاخ هي شسي باكي كخن ملخاو يقات سقات يقان وينا قن ملخاو نميتال ماتيوش كن ملخاو نقلق إيش كاو وش قن ليستوخ تشخن مسخي خميس إيش كان تحت كتخبل ملخاو يخسكي ملقين مسخي ملخاو Pero raqam raq'iyq paraqsik parikam atrukushka atrukushulej maltiosh. Maltiosh. Gracias.
Gracias, Mateos. Thank you, Tata. Oh. This chat, I really would like to start with just giving context to anybody that maybe is hearing about Mayan cosmovision for the first time and the use of cacao in the culture. So my first question for you is, could you maybe just contextualize for that? What is the Mayan cosmovision?
Very interesting word. The cosmovision, the being and the vision of in the cosmos. The Mayan cosmovision, it has to do with our connection with the source. And the source is not just the sky, the earth, or the water, or the air. The source is everything, any source of life. And we find this value and this appreciation to the source when we see the volcano, when we see a child, when we see a tree, a flower, a hill, a mountain, an animal, an innocent being. We see it in all. We see life, we see God, we see the source, we see love. So we see appreciation in all kinds of things that is precious. And the Mayas got connection with the stars, with the beings, with the sky, with the earth, with the 4 elements, with ourselves, with the day, with the time. And what makes it so interesting is that the Mayan cosmology, it has to do with our beliefs and our values, our principles. We have our principles, we have our values, which now the world has lost, has disconnected from, about the responsibility, about honesty, about being, having integrity, about being, saying yes when you have to say yes, and being accomplished, about respect, respecting the source, respecting the people, respecting the older ones, respecting the little ones, respecting the innocents, the humble ones. So we see that in all beings, we see it, the spirit in all life beings. We see that everything it has a life, everything it has a spirit. For example, for the tree, there's a spirit in the tree. There's a spirit in the in the water. There's a spirit in the volcano. So that's why when we make this prayer, we call their support. There's an energy of this day. There's a guardian of this day, which we called to ask permission to talk to today. So this is why we do these things. So there's a spirit. There's a spirit of this house. There's a spirit of this tree. There's a spirit of the street. There's a spirit of cacao. There's a spirit of all kinds. The spirit each in the member of your family. There's each member of the family has a spirit, because the day of that child of that member has born, there's a spirit that is guiding, and there's a whole spirit of the family. So when we all look for the destiny, when we all going for a direction, which direction are we going to? Which direction, with what mind we're going, with what knowledge we're going, with why we're going there, what are we looking for? Like, what did you look for today when you woke up? What are you looking for? Why did you dress up? Why did you take a shower? Why did you had breakfast? Why did you dress up yourself beautifully today? What's the reason? You didn't have the reason why to do it? Have you lost the sense of being alive? Did you lost the spirit, the connection with yourself, that you don't care about yourself? You don't care about your physical self. You don't care about your health. You don't care about the people who are around, the meeting that you're gonna do, the ceremony that you're gonna do, the work that you're gonna do. Are you just you're gonna go in pajama when you go there? No, you have to dress up yourself nicely, because there's a spirit that you're gonna serve, that you're gonna meet, that you're gonna respect for. So that is when we are all doing this in this life, there's a spirit that we're following. This is called the spirit of life, the spirit of people, which we call God. We don't have that word in Mayan. We have the word ahau, and ahau means the owner. It doesn't own us. So there's an owner on each little things. And that the owner of each little things, we call it as a collective owner. And it makes the whole big owner. You know what I mean? Well, it makes like a huge big owner, the owner of life, the owner of all. And that's why we bring candles, we bring incense, we bring flowers to it, because that's the spirit of all that is guiding all together. So that's what is the spirit. The Mayan cosmovision is about our belief that there's something beyond us. There's something that is way much bigger than us, that our imagination can. So in that spirit, it is in all beauty, in your smile. It is when you love your love, when you love your family, when you feed yourself, when you do music, do um do music, when you sing, when you chant, when you pray. That's what is the spirit of life, spirit of the source, gets fed through that sound, through that offering, through your act. It's all beauty, and the spirit is in you because you are the creation. You're a child of God.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I think that's enough for just to say that that's enough to even end the interview here now, or the chat here. But I have you for some time still, so I'm going to ask you another question. But thank you so much for contextualizing that. I had the privilege of sitting in a few ceremonies with you, the Cacao and Fire Ceremonies, when I was in Guatemala. And there was cacao that was served to the fire. And I recognized then how important the fire was for the ceremonies. And I was intrigued by the use of cacao in the ceremony, that it was served to the fire amongst all the other offerings. Can you speak a little bit about that, about the importance of fire, but also the importance of serving cacao to the fire?
Everything it's a ceremony. Our ancestor says that life it's a ceremony. The Mayas are a bit of exaggerated of ceremonies, more than other civilizations, because the Mayas, everything it has a meaning. Everything has a meaning. And because we believe that everything is alive. So that's why we have many rituals. And the ritual we have is that we serve cacao. Why do we serve cacao? We serve cacao to open the heart of people, to relax, so they can dive down into their feelings. So we can dive down into their feelings. They can express their truth, their true feeling, not their fake feeling, their true feelings, their true emotion, their true stuff, thoughts. And when you're speaking the truth, you're really healing it. You're really done with it. You're really doing the work. Yes, you can cry. Yes, you can do things. And yes, you can talk a lot about prayers. But when you really feel what is going on, is because you can heal it. One of my teachers says, when you feel it, when you can feel it, is because you can heal it. So when you're feeling it, you're really done with it. You're really doing it, the work. So when we have that helping to open the feelings, then we have the spirit of the fire, which we call the ear of God, the ear of the source, where we are bringing our offerings, where we are bringing our attention, our prayers, our gifts that we can give to the fire. So we're bringing the fire and cacao together. We're bringing our blood, the blood of our ancestors. Here it is. Have some of my cacao. This is something that I love. Here, have that sacred fire. Transform this sadness, transform this gratitude, transform these wishes that I have, transform my health into more healthier, transform my little community to a bigger community, transform my happiness into joy, and help me and allow me to do all these together. So the fire, it's the biggest transformer of all things. The fire is the only one that you cannot pollute, you cannot contaminate. So we bring fire together as a beautiful elements to bring together, to open the heart and bring people around the fire to really express their gratitude, to really give their to release, to really bring that, to anchor, to seed their wishes into the heart of the fire with a real thought, the real truth, emotions and feelings that you're really doing the work. So for us, the fire and are wonderful elements to have because they're like, it is used for the perfect thing to bring people together, to open their heart and all, make them happy to sing and chant and or prayer around the sacred fire.
Thank you. Yeah, I found it very powerful to be making the offering of cacao, which is already so sacred, into the sacredness of the fire. I look forward to doing it again in a few months with you. And earlier, when you opened the session for us with the prayer, you were praying specifically to an energy of the day. Could you speak a little bit more about that in the calendar?
Yes, today, in the Mayan calendar, today is the energy of Oshikat. We are in a cycle of 13 days. We have a cycle of 13 days, and we are number 3 on that of 13. And this cycle called every 13 days, it changed the cycle of those, and there are 20 cycles, and we are on a cycle called the hummingbird. Each day it becomes a cycle. Each day, each cycle, it gives the meaning for the whole 13 days. So this 13 days is going to be led by the hummingbird. It's called Iyap. Iyap. It's the hummingbird. It stands for beauty, stands for the messenger of gods. It stands for magic, beauty, expression, communication, smelling, perfumes, poetry, innocence, all that. This is the time to bring and wake up all these communication, all this poetry, all this beautiful part, which is that little part that maintains you quiet, maintains you to be inside, that you are embarrassed to share. I would like to write, but I don't know how to write it out. I would like to say something, but I don't know how to say it out. Maybe it will sound silly. Maybe it will sound like maybe of like the society, mind, understanding. So all that little part, innocence of you, beautiful thing, but it's odd, but it's strange because that's not normal. So all this that we shut down, because how many gifts that we have in our childhood that never sprouted because nobody believed in us, because maybe we were afraid of doing it in real life, maybe we just didn't give importance to it. So that's the whole 13 days. So if you can have tomorrow and the day after tomorrow until in 10 days you can finish it, all this about bird. But the day of today is the day of the spider web. Today is three, means action. And number 3, it is the energy of shukuk, which is the 3 stones that stay around the kitchen of the family, of the mother and the grandmother stones, that hear the stories, that know the stories of child of the family, and those who carry the memories of the family. And it is the spider web. You know what the spider do? It weaves. It weaves a beautiful web. as beautiful art.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
the grandmother cat, it is the energy of a grandmother. It is the energy of the fire. It is the energy of burning, energy of ties, energy of cutting the ties, cutting the entanglements that entangle us, trap us in illusion, trap us in stuff of life that we don't realize where we are in, that it builds up habits that we are trapped in. For example, this becomes very usual, very common, to be in a relationship. I am in a relationship. When we are in a relationship, we feel like we are doing something for love, even when you're not treated well, even when you're even when you're not appreciated enough, maybe you're not empowered, but you're gonna be there because of love. You're gonna be there because of children. Okay, then you stay there, you're trapped there because maybe you have signed a contract. And then, or you are a child of your family and you have to do the same things, do the same thing, and do the same thing. This is a never ending stuff. You're never getting out. You're free in one way, and then on another leg, you're trapped. You're never out of educating yourself, freeing yourself, finding your own space for abundance. You're always trapped because you're doing something for love. You're doing something your family needs you. You're doing because nobody will do it because nobody will stand up for your parents. Nobody will stand up for your family. So that's why you have to do it. In the community, you have to do it. You have to be the hero. You have to be the savior because you feel like you have to do it. It's an illusion. Can be ego by staying there. You're being tied. Maybe it's a condemnation. Maybe it's like a slavery. So you're being trapped. Analyze yourself. Reflect on yourself. Do you really need to be there? Yes, I really need to be there. But what if you are not needed? What needed? What if there's another new world for you to build on? What if the abundance it is waiting for you outside? What if the Great Spirit asking you to untie yourself, showing you opportunities outside? Or see it on the other way. The spider web, it is there. What is the spider web is for? The spider web is not for decoration. The spider web it is for trapping abundance. It's to trap. And this means the net where the native people collect the harvest and put inside and then ties the net and then carry it for your family and for the community, or fishing for fishing abundance. Are you fished to provide that abundance, or you want to build a net, a community, a net of friends, of team, of people to be able to connect all these things to build the found a project, an institution. So you can create you can help a bigger community. So you can use the teams, you can use all these energy as a reflection. Otherwise, if you don't cannot use this net, the net will use you. You'll be feeding them because you're such a good worker and slave to work for this community. So analyze. Let's see how is our relationship. Remember that you don't have to be loved. You don't have to be working so hard to deserve it. You deserve all about it, to be free. You deserve to be loved by nature because you're the son of God. So you are all, we're all children of God. We deserve all these beautiful things in our life. So that's what I can share about art today.
Thank you so much. Can you please just repeat the name of the three stones? I didn't catch that.
It's called,
three stones in the
we would spell as X U K apostrophe U B. Shuk.
I definitely don't speak the language clearly, but thank you so much for repeating that.
Yes.
I can't help but think, as you're explaining the spider web, how beautiful it is with the spirit of technology and our use of technology. For example, the beautiful communities that can be formed, for example, now through these kind of chats online, versus the opposite happening, where we become a slave to it and the illusion of it. Being trapped in that. So that relationship as well, even with technology, especially in the timeline that we live in at the moment. That was just something that came to me while you were speaking. So my next question is coming back more to cacao and the use not only in ceremony, but in the Mayan culture in general. Can you speak a bit more to that?
Sure, I can do that. There are many, many, many ways how to use it. As I said earlier, the Mayas are we are a bit like overloaded of ceremonies and rituals. We have way ceremonies, we have many rituals, and so many people in our community, they say they're not doing ceremonies, but they're doing it unconsciously because it is part of our culture. For example, eating for our ceremony. So, and doing a fire ceremony and using tobacco as a ceremony, using the fire ceremony, using the plants as a ceremony, so everything is a ceremony. So when it comes to cacao, the in the ancient times, cacao was very widely used in different kinds of activities. The major intention is to bring people together, to be used in celebrations, when there's a special day, when there's this called a nama'ich. It's called the big day, the celebrated day. Nama'ich, nim means big, and ich means day. So, and the big days, the celebrations, there is used cacao to connect people, to bring people together. And the cacao, it has so many beautiful properties. That's very good for our mind, our heart, our body, our bones, our blood, our skins, and many, many. If I think we don't have enough time to explain all those things, but of course, when you feel it, when you drink it, it's such a heart opener. But so the Mayas used it um, for giving strength to like a pregnant woman when they're really a hard time trying to give birth, but it's like it's not enough strength to give birth. So what she's made is a bit of cacao drink, giving to her so she could have that energy to deliver the baby.
Wow.
So that's one way of how to take it. The other way how to take it is to bless the land. To bless the land, it is when you're before you would harvest, before you would plant the corn, you would ask permission. You would bring that reciprocity to the land, asking the blessings and making a hole and taking hot cacao, foamy cacao, and putting on the womb of Mother Earth. The fresh, the aroma, the special, the primary, the premium cacao made. So you give it to the Mother Earth and you put it with flowers, with corn, with um, pumpkin seeds. You can put with the beans. You can put squash, flowers. You can add them there, and to make this blessings of gratitude, of what do you call reciprocity, asking fertility for the land. That's what you do. It's called kotzer, which means flower, giving the flower, asking the flower to. So that's what is being done, and the Mayas before they before the before the Spanish would take to the to the European lands, cacao, it was very, very sacred because it wasn't for everybody. It wasn't for ordinary people. It was only for the king and the royal family. Only for the guest, for those who comes outside or come so far, and they will be given cacao and chili, and they would given cacao. And the intention is to weave this relationship for a longer relationship with no interest. Hard to have crush, hard to have a hard time with another person. So that is the meaning, including the European people when they came over to our ancestors. They were received with cacao, and they didn't like it, of course, because it's bitter and it's spicy, and they said like go to the pork. So, but they took it there in the European lands, and they called it chocolate, which in one of the native language of here, it is called chocolatl. Chocol means bitter. Atl means water. Chocolatl means bitter water. So now it's called the chocolate, and it's called chocolato, chocolada, chocolate, chocoreito, chocolat in Francais. So it's all these, it come from a native word. So cacao has gone there so far, and it has lost its spirit, and the spirit of cacao has been lost. It is prostituted because the spirit is gone. The spirit is not there. The essence is not there. It's just commercial. That's why it's just chocolate. And the chocolate, sugar, milk, and chemical things, additives, and it's full of alkaloids to kill the bitterness of cacao. Because who like bitter? People are interested in the smell, and all that is fake, and all that gives and provides sickness, diseases to people. That's why your doctor says stop drinking chocolate or eating chocolate. Otherwise, you're filled with pimples or gaining weight or having so hard blood because of all the grease that is added into saturated fat. So that's why chocolate has lost its spirit. Coming back to the Mayas, that the Mayas do to the extraordinary people, it is still being practiced in our days. Look at what people do on Valentine's Day. When you are celebrating love, you often like chocolate. Somebody, your friend goes to Guatemala, what brings to you is cacao. It's a special thing that you have because for a longer relationship, I am sure for people who are watching this video, this live, when you drink cacao, it feels like it feels like this moment for you to remember this day, this time, what happened that time. You would miss it and you would say like, oh, I remember that, how beautiful and how awesome it was that time when I had some cacao with these friends. You will remember. So that's what it does. So when you share cacao, when you share chocolate with other people, it means that you are sharing this love, sharing this friendship for a longer time. So this is what is the meaning of cacao is being shared now in the world. There's like there is like a prophecy that has left by our ancestors says that when when mankind misuse, misunderstands, mess up the resources of Mother Nature, the tree of cacao will walk out of the forest to bring back balance and harmony to the man who has lost in relationship with Mother Nature. So, and look at what we're doing now everywhere in the world. We're doing cacao ceremonies, cacao kirtan, cacao man, woman circles, and all kinds of things. It's bringing people together to feel the heart again. So that's what it's doing at this moment.
Thank you so much. I have one more question, and then I would like to hear if you have anything else you would like to share. And my final question is, apart from the traditional way of drinking cacao, do you have another favorite way of drinking your cacao? And if you do, could you share the recipe with us?
Ooh. My favorite way of sharing cacao is sharing love. It is sharing a special moment, especially when I have a guest. That's what I serve cacao to. In the session that I have, I do individual sessions. I give cacao, always give cacao. If somebody they would like to share, it would be cacao. Because cacao for me is the symbol of love, symbol of unity, symbol of communion with God. It's love. I am meeting with another piece of God. I'm meeting with a creation of God, which is a human. So I am meeting with it. And what I can do is to share cacao to have this special moment. So I drink cacao in the morning before anything else to connect with myself, to ask the guide what needs to be done, what do I need to do today. So to connect, to ask guidance for God. And that's the way how I connect with it. And it's a very nice when you take it and write your thoughts, write your feelings. Sometimes when you're overloaded with thoughts, with ideas, especially when you're a woodpecker. So when you're lots of thoughts, you get stressed or get tired because you're thinking and thinking and thinking. It's very good to write down. And my way to do it, that's the way. So I take some cacao and write down what I need to put down, then I can feel relaxed. So, and I inspire people to write down their thoughts, to take some cacao and go to the mountain, go to the altars, go to the water, go to the lake, go to the hike, and take some flowers, take some cacao, and drink it and make a prayer and give gratitude for life. You'll feel so much good after doing that because you feel like you don't miss anything. You're connected with. And my favorite way to do it, wherever I go, I would make my cacao in my canteen bottle and take it to a walk or take it and share with my friends. That's
Yeah, thank you. It's also my favorite way is just to share it with my friends. Do you drink yours then with the chili, or do you just drink it with the water?
chili, water,
Yeah.
vanilla, cardamom, and sometimes I add when I am at home. I add all these things. I also favorite way to add is my favorite ingredient is also honey and
Mm,
bee pollen. It's a very
yes.
uh, bee
Yeah.
pollen. But when I am in ceremony, I just drink like we made there with cinnamon and cardamom and some achiote and
Mm,
some special
yeah.
ingredient we add, especially chili and
Mm,
processed cane sugar. That's the way how we do it. We keep
yeah.
it simple. The more that we add,
Simple.
the more things that we add, remember that each thing it has their own properties and their own purpose. So like adding so much into the things and imagine how your body is going to absorb all these energies. So just
Yes.
simple. The more simple it is, it's much stronger as your cacao.
Yeah. For the medicine. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Um, Tata, is there anything else you would like to share?
There's always many things to share. ah, I would like to share that the relationship with yourself, the relationship with each of us. I know we're busy. I know that we are busy. I know that we are distracted by the world, by society. But please
Mm,
don't forget about yourself.
mm,
Don't forget about
mm,
communicating with yourself,
mm,
beautifying yourself. That's the best gift that you can give to your ancestors. That's the best gift that you can give to your family, to your society, to your community. The best gift. It's your presence, it's your time. Having the time with
mm,
yourself. Remember, you're not the best friend having this person yourself, like giving so much to people, giving so much to you,
mm,
pleasing your friends. That's not being the best friends. The best friend is to have a good quality with yourself. Have a time
mm,
for have the time for feeding yourself, eating good food, having a good moment with yourself. And
mm,
yeah, enjoy
mm,
the best the best gift that you can give to the spirit, the best food that you can give to the spirit is that this that to see you and to watch you, how are you enjoying life? Because the joy
mm,
you're excited. So that's how you can feed your ancestors. That's how you can feed the creator. That's how your ancestor can be so proud of you, seeing you laughing, dancing, um, happy, celebrating, and you can celebrate with what you have. You don't have to do a big feast do a celebration. You just do celebrate with what you are, with what you have.
mm,
So be grateful for life. You are useful. You just need to do the things that exact what you are being asked to do, what you feel in your heart.
mm.
That's it. So you don't have to complicate your life. So
Yeah.
bless you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This has left me feeling so good. So I hope everybody else that is listening to this, either live or the recording, also feels really good after this and takes those words to heart and starts to beautify themselves from the inside. and just to highlight how important it is nowadays, especially with the busy lives that we all lead in the world. So thank you so much for that reminder. And thank you so much for your time. I wish you a beautiful day further into the rest of your week. And I look forward to seeing you very soon again in person. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fran. Thank you for this time and this invitation. And I hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
Well, we will close. And when you're done, we can close with a prayer to bless this day and to say goodbye.
Thank you. All right.
Okay. Nimlakushka, nimlakushuleo, tikona la washan el kisan el shinaka. Nimlahau tzirkatsi katsabal nimlahau. Korishan nubi kori nimlahau. Otshinti ho kori mushkata chuachi nimlahau. Taniko nimlahau ki pensar shamiaru ulkwal. Hanin nimlahau hi kayin hani yatsun nimlahau. Kana ber kawarah kanuko nimlahau. Nuko kikosh nuko kitsin ko kitsobal. Nuki bakit nimlahau. Nirko ki ya nirko takiya. Encontro kiwai, niriko kisama, encontro kisama, nimlahau kanabe, kawara, que usaste pan caçar, que usaste pan biscuits, que usaste pan no que usaste pan ponal, nimlahau, sakawi sakamet, nimal kyoshika ara waka nimlahau, nimal kyoshika lokolah lokolah sakil, mal kyoshka tukushka, tikonira washanil sanilshinaka, nitsapi kandi washnok was wala shik nimlahau. Muchihun ramah de sinya shapa shohun mahau machishima para balqih qabalqih para xik porikam atikush gahtgo shuchule maltiash maltiash.
Thank you so much. Much gratitude to you and the work you do in this world.
Thank you, Fran. I'll see you sometime. Many blessings.
Many blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Everybody.